Alright, week 2 is in the books. Power rankings are in. We have not too much of a shakeup. We had our second tie in 2 weeks, which is ridiculous. So I guess I'll just get into it. First is Derek still. He's 2-0. He's looking like a powerhouse again. He's not getting hit too bad by injuries. He's got like Mark Ingram on his bench or on his injury spot, and someone else was hurt. I don't remember who, but not too bad. And he's got a lot of depth, so it doesn't really matter. Oh, Doug Martin was the other injured one. But he's got a lot of depth, so it's not too bad for him. He can recover from that relatively easily. Number 2, I got Jeff. He's also 2-0. He's had 2 really good weeks. Bernard is shaping up really well for him. And he seems to have some pretty decent depth, so we'll see how he can keep producing. And next is TJ at number 3. He is 1-1, 1-1. He had another good week. Murray is looking pretty ridiculous, and he's got Welker coming back, so that gives him some more good depth at wide receiver. Probably worth starting pretty soon. Number 4 is Dale. He is 1-0-1. He tied with Mike this week. He's got scrubs on his bench like James Jones, who decided to start doing really well on the Raiders. He has a lot of good upside on his team, but it seems like it's very high variance, boom bust kind of team. So I expect him to have good weeks and bad weeks a lot. Number 5 is Mike. He is 0-1-1, probably the best team to not have a win yet. He's high scoring. His team is remaining pretty healthy. He just hasn't had the good matchups to secure himself a win thus far. Number 6, I have Chris. He's 1-1. He just had a terrible week. He is Montezuma's revenge for this week. He was hit pretty bad by injuries between Jamal Charles and Jordan Cameron, but doesn't seem to be doing anything to recover from that. So I'm kind of questioning if you're even managing your team. I don't know what you're doing. You still might be lost since last week when Chinny couldn't find you. Number 7, I have Chinny. He's 1-1. He picked up Jonathan Stewart, which replaced D'Angelo Williams in his lineup since he was hurt last week, which was a pretty solid move. His team is shaping up to be not too bad. Fitzgerald and Gronkowski can start producing like they were expected to at the start of the season. Then he's a pretty good team. Number 8, I have myself at 0-1-1. I had a okay week. Biggest problem now is Adrian Peterson being indefinitely suspended by the Vikings, so hopefully his legal matters clear up shortly, and I can get him back into my lineup. Luckily, I had decent running back depth. I picked up Niles Davis. I have Rashad Jennings, Zach Stacy. So hopefully, I can just plug those guys in, and they will produce decently enough to be worth starting. Number 9, I have Matt at 0-1-1. His team's not awful. It's not good, but it's not awful. Really needs running back depth. But between Breeze and Graham, I think that they will be able to carry him to at least a couple wins this season. Number 10 is Austin, 0-2. He got hit a little bit by injuries. AJ Green was out last week. Ryan Matthews is hurt now, and he's really hurting at running back. I think you're starting Matt Asiata, which is a solid start, while Adrian Peterson is out, and Justin Forsett right now, why do you have him? So, need a little bit of help. Hopefully you can find someone to trade, which you probably won't be able to because nobody in this league trades, because everyone overvalues their players. So, yeah, that's our power rankings for week 2. Let me know what you think, and I will see you all next week.